Jai Hind. So I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening, everyone. So I guess I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to the platform of Khan Global Studies. So we are going to start with our daily current affairs session. In the last session, we have discussed three very important articles. One was with respect to the VVG Ramji bill, which is basically the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rojgar and Ajivika Mission Grameen. It is supposed to replace the MG Narega bill. Second topic which we are going to discuss, second topic which we have discussed in the last session, it was related to Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan. And the third topic was Shanti Bill, sustainable harnessing and advancement of nuclear energy for transforming India. So these three topics we have discussed in the last session from current affairs. And in today's session, the topics which we are going to discuss, the first topic is Apache Helicopters. So India is going to get more number of Apache helicopters from United States. So we are going to talk about this one, Apache helicopters. Then we are going to talk about this one new topic from environment. Okay, this one new topic is there. A new study has been conducted. A new study has been conducted that in the air which we are breathing, there is not only dust particles, there is also some plastics. There are also some plastics which are there in the air, and we are also inhaling them. So that is the second topic which we are going to talk about. Then we have a insurance sector related bill. It is called as Sabki Bima Sabki Raksha Bill 2025. तो सबकी बीमा सबका बीमा सबकी रक्षा bill 2025. That is one thing which we will discuss. And then we are going to discuss about one of the emerging issue, one of the challenge which has been seen in case of Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, there were certain children who were suffering from thalassemia, and due to the negligence, there is an allegation that due to the negligence of the hospital, some of them have also got HIV infection. So this is one topic which we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay. So these are the topics we will talk, and then we will talk about the prelims special topics also for today. But before we go into that, let us solve some questions. Okay. चलिए, मैं दिख रहा हूँ, देखो, if you are living in Delhi and if you are able to see me, that is very good. Because in Delhi, many people are uploading the videos that they are not able to see their neighbor. Although that is good. If you are not able to see the neighbor, that is peaceful. But some people are concerned that they are not able to see many other things also. So if you are watching the session from Delhi, and if you are able to watch the video clearly, then it's very much fine. That despite the weather conditions, despite the pollution, despite the smog, despite the higher AQI, you are still able to see me. That is very fine. So let's see the question. Bharat small reactors, they are generally manufactured in industries and assembled at desired location. It is based on the concept of pressurized heavy water reactor. Hey, right now I am in Delhi, but some of you may be watching the video from Delhi. Right now I am not in Delhi, I am in Bihar. Due to one region or another region, I plan for going there, but some external forces are stopping me from going there. Maybe just because of AQI. Both 1 and 2. D option. So we have this one question. Which of the following is correct with respect to Bharat small reactors? This is one topic which we have discussed in the past also. You might be aware about this. So when we talk about the Bharat small reactors, they are not modular. They are not modular reactor. they are not considered as the modular reactor, and hence they are not assembled at desired location. Rather than that, they are a small scale. They are a small scale reactors which can be constructed on a particular website. So this first option is wrong. Second option is correct, that it is based on the concept of pressurized heavy water reactor. Now coming to the second question. The Indian Constitution directs the government to secure the right to work for citizens. To secure the right to work for citizens. MG Narega provides 100 days of employment per year as the right to registered households. So here the question is, the Indian Constitution directs the government to secure the right to work for the citizens. MG Narega provides 100 days of employment per year as a right to registered households. So question number 2. Question number 2. With us now that VV Gram, it was there in the news. So in that respect, now we have this one question. D option, A option, A and D. Okay. D option. B option from Ranjit, and I will go with Ranjit. So statement 1 is correct. The DPSP, the directive principle of a state policy, it is directing the Indian government or the state to secure the right to work for the citizens. The directive principles of a state policy is giving the direction to the state to secure the right to work for the citizens. So that is correct. So if there was an explanation that it is mentioned in the DPSP, so that will be the explanation of it. If there was the second statement which was saying that it is mentioned in the directive principles of state policy, then that would have been the explanation of the first statement. The second is saying MG Narega provides 100 days of employment per year as a right to registered households. That is correct. Per family, 100 days of work as right to work. Per family, 100 days of work as right to work. It is not per person, it is per family. Okay. So here we see that the second option is also correct, but it is not explaining the statement 1, hence the B option will be the correct one. Now coming to the third question. The third question is this: which of the following statements are correct? At present, the operation of nuclear power plants is under the control of government. The liability in the case of nuclear damage has not been capped for the operator in present times. सर वाई का क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट 1 के लिए है या 2 के लिए? स्टेटमेंट 1 के लिए, स्टेटमेंट 1 के लिए, नॉट फॉर द स्टेटमेंट 2. You can see it is like statement 1 is given, then statement 2 is given. The option says that both statement 1 and 2 are correct, but statement 2 does not explain statement 1. So why ka question is for statement 1, not for statement 2. So here we have question number 3, that at present the operation of nuclear power plants is under the control of government. Second thing is, the liability in the case of nuclear damage has not been capped for the operator in present times. So here you may be aware about this, that it has been capped at rupees 1500 crore. This is the cap for the operator. So this second option is incorrect. First option is correct. Correct answer would be A option. Okay. Now last day I have given you the question that in which of the states we have the nuclear power plants. So many of you have given the answers for that, and particularly there was one answer from Disha in which a trick was also given. GMK Raj in UT. GMK Raj in UT. GM का राज in UT. So you can understand from this GM का राज in UT. There is Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. So these are the states where we are having the nuclear power plants. Where we are having the nuclear power plants. Bihar is not having nuclear power plants. Bihar is not having nuclear power plants, and that is good. Bihar is not having nuclear power plant, and that is for the best of the people of the country, of the people of Bihar. Okay. So why, you may think about this. Now, coming to the next part, we are going to discuss today's articles. The first one is Apache Helicopters. The first one is Apache Helicopters. So if we are talking about Apache Helicopters, you might be aware about this, that earlier also India has got 22. India has got 22 Apache helicopters earlier. And what we see that then India purchased 6 additional. India has got 6 additional Apache 64E helicopters. So 3 of them has already been delivered to India, and 3 more are being delivered. 3 more such Apache helicopters are have been delivered now. So this is considered as the most advanced multi-role combat helicopter. Okay, so we have also got it from India, got it from US. Earlier there was a deal way back in 2015. In 2015 itself, we have got this one deal whereby we have got 22 Apache helicopters from US. Then later on we have got 6 additional Apache helicopters, and this deal was finalized in 2020. This deal was finalized in 2020 at $600 million. $600 million for 6 helicopters. Earlier we have got this 22 Apache helicopters in just around 1 billion approximately. Now we have got like this 6 Apache helicopters at $600 million in 2020. So you can see last day we have seen MH-60R helicopter, that was also from US, and Apache helicopters, that is also from US. So this was used to replace the Russian variants. Okay. Now when we talk about this is like, it is having laser guided. This is having laser guided, highly precise. This is having laser guided, highly precise Hellfire missiles. It is equipped with laser guided, highly precise Hellfire missiles. It is considered as world's most advanced multi-role combat helicopter. So this is for like this one helicopter is for mainly combat role. Okay, so it is having like advanced laser, infrared, and target acquisition. Advanced laser, infrared, and target acquisition system. So this can target specifically on specific sites and can be used to attack different areas. Okay, so it is also something which has been developed by United States. Not just India, more than 20 plus countries across the world are having this Apache helicopter. Around 20 countries of the world are having this Apache helicopters. And if you compare India is having 28 Apache helicopters. United States, for its own army, is having 1200 Apache helicopters. So if you want to compare US and India military power, you can see how much gap is there. India is having 28 Apache helicopters. US, which is also manufacturing it and selling it to other countries, they are also maintaining 1200 Apache helicopters with them. So it is a very much powerful multi-combat role helicopter which India has also acquired. Okay. So this is one thing, this one from the defense section. Okay. Now coming to the second major article. Okay. The second major article is with respect to inhalable plastics. Okay. Now first let me discuss this one part. Pollutants in air. So there are two types of pollutants. One is gaseous, and then we have the particulate matter. One type of it is gaseous, and then we have particulate matter. So can you give me the examples of this? Can you give me the examples of what are the gaseous pollutants in the air? Can you give me some names? Can you give me some names that what are the gaseous pollutants which are present in the air? Anyone? The gaseous pollutants which are present in the air. Anyone? Sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, ozone, carbon monoxide. Remember this one thing, carbon dioxide is not a pollutant, is not considered as a pollutant. Remember one thing, carbon monoxide, okay. Then we have NOx, SOx, okay. Ozone. They are considered, like here we are talking about the troposphere. Here we are talking about the troposphere. So we have carbon monoxide, NOx, COX. Okay, these are considered as pollutant, and then we are also having other things. For example, lead is also there. Lead is also there. So these are certain pollutants, gaseous pollutants, which are there in the atmosphere. Then you will find that there is also particulate matter of two sizes, PM 2.5 and PM 10. What is the meaning of this? Size approx 10 micrometers or 2.5 micrometers. So there are two different sizes of pollutants. Although PM5 is also there, PM 7.5 is also there, but majority of items which are being considered is PM 2.5 and PM 10. PM 2.5 and PM 10. What is present here in this particulate matter? What is present here in this particulate matter? You will find that it is dust. Okay, it is also fly ash. It is also pollen grains. There can also be microbes, etc. So these are certain pollutants which are present in the air. They are the common pollutants which are present in the air. It can be viable or non-viable. Viable means living and non-viable means non-living. Viable and non-viable means living and non-living. So that is one thing which is present in the particulate matter. Now smog is something different. Smog is a combination of fog plus smoke. Smog is a different thing. It is a combination of fog and smoke. So that is a different thing altogether. Okay. Now when we talk about this one new thing, what we see that there is also inhalable plastics. There is also something which is called as inhalable plastics. So what are these inhalable plastics? These plastics are basically microplastics. These are microplastics, and they are having size of less than 10 micrometer. They are having size less than 10 micrometer. So this is also one thing. There is a study which has been recently conducted in certain cities, like for example Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai and Kolkata. So in the 4 metro cities of India, there was a study which was conducted, and it has been seen that a significant amount of inhalable plastic is present in these cities. This one thing can enter into lungs, can enter in human lungs. What is the impact when it is entering into the human lungs? Can you tell me what will be the impact of the plastic? What is going to be the impact of this plastic? It is going to act as a endocrine disruptor. It can act as endocrine disruptor. It can cause several respiratory problems. It can cause several respiratory problems. It is also something which is considered as carcinogenic. It is something which is considered as carcinogenic also. Means it can cause cancer. It can also cause cancer. So yes, asthma, bronchitis, etc. These can also be there. Okay. So it can be harmful for our respiratory system. It can enter into the bloodstream also. It can also become carcinogenic. Okay. It is something which can also become carcinogenic. Okay. And how much microplastics we are getting per day? How much microplastics we are getting per day? So it is approximately 1% is getting around 132 microgram plastics. A person is getting around 132 microgram plastic on daily basis inside their body. Okay. So every single day around 132 microgram plastic is being inhaled by the people. So you are worrying only about the smog. You are worrying only about the smog which is there and preventing the visibility. There is another challenge which has come up, and that is inhalable plastics. So the plastics which we are throwing away, it is coming back to us. This is a totally man-made disaster. This is a totally man-made disaster. For all other things, we have something else to be blamed. We can blame someone else for all other problems, but this one thing, the inhalable plastic, this is a total man-made disaster. And we cannot blame other countries for this. It is our own fault. It is our own fault that we are having all these things. From cosmetics to industries to all other things, we are getting this microplastics. Okay. So if you look at this, the sources, there is two type of things. Okay. One is larger filament shaped airborne microplastics. They are originating from synthetic textiles or toy fillings. And then we are having a smaller fragments which are coming from, like arising from packaging, tire wear, household release, cosmetics, mini and micro industries and construction. Okay. So these are the different sources. These are the different sources from where we are getting the microplastics. Now there is a question from Rajan that what is the solution for it? Just go through the recommendation of Bharat. That what is the solution for this inhalable plastic? I would suggest you that the suggestion from Bharat Parmar is the best solution. You should be contacting Elon Musk that we have to develop a system as soon as possible. We have to find another habitable planet. Okay. And then we should take the first train towards it. Not the train, it will be a rocket. So that is the solution for it. Okay. So coming to the next part. Now, mask was something which was a sort of compulsory measure. Mask was something which was a compulsory measure during the time of COVID. But if we go through the parts of pollution, then mask is something which will be common throughout the year, every time, every day, every year. लोगों को जागरूक कैसे करें कि प्लास्टिक यूज करना कम कर दे. People are not that much aware that they are throwing the garbage still now on the roads. They are spitting on roads. People are spitting on roads, throwing garbage on roads. So telling them about this one thing, that they are inhaling microplastics, so they should not be releasing microplastics. That is the most difficult job in India. Forget about the microplastics. Even the bigger garbage, which is directly visible to the people, they are also throwing it. They are also throwing it on the road. People are throwing the visible garbage also on the road. They are not having even that much sensitivity. Okay. They are not even having that much sensitivity that this garbage is not going to look good. So telling them about microplastic, that is one of the biggest challenge. Okay. Plastic is something which is being used by us intentionally or non-intentionally. Okay. Like intentionally or unintentionally, you are going to use plastics on daily basis. That is the biggest challenge. Suppose you are using toothpaste, then also plastic is being used. We can minimize it. We can minimize it, but completely removing it is the biggest challenge in the present times. Okay. Single-use plastic has to be banned. Government has in fact banned the single-use plastic, but in reality, the single-use plastics are still quite prominently used. Quite prominently used. See, bottles are not single-use plastic. Single-use plastics are quite thin materials. Single-use plastics are quite thin materials which can easily disintegrate and become microplastics. So they are called single-use plastics. The bottles which are there, they are mostly recyclable. Most of the water bottles which you see, they are recyclable. The problem is not with the recyclable or multi-use plastics. The problem is with those plastics which are being used once and then it has to be thrown. Like the plastic which is used for packaging of the items. They are using quite thin plastics, and once it has been used, there is no another use of it. So that is the challenge. Okay. Now coming to the third part, Sabka Bima, Sabki Raksha. Sabko Bima, Sabko Raksha Adhiniyam 2025. Okay. So this is one thing which has again been introduced in the Lok Sabha. सबको बीमा सबकी रक्षा. Bill 2025. So what are the key provisions of this bill? सर आप ये न्यूज़ के आर्टिकल कहाँ लाते हैं? मेरे पास न्यूज़पेपर में आर्टिकल बहुत शॉर्ट था, द हिंदू. See, there is one thing. Whenever I see a news and I think that it is something which is worthy, so then I look at other options that where this news has been covered in detail. Sometimes I take help from other websites, other newspapers, other sources, and then I add on. So it is not just the news we are reading. We are trying to cover the entire topic, not just from newspaper, but from other sources as well. Okay. So let's start. सबको बीमा सबकी रक्षा bill 2025. Okay, when we are talking about this one thing, there is no such major change which you have to keep in mind about this one. It is not going to affect the people on day to day basis. What one thing has been done here, that FDI limit in insurance, now this is something which has been legally raised up to 100%. This was something which was announced in the budget also. This is something which was announced in the budget also. So this is not the first time that it has come up. 100% FDI in insurance sector has been part of government's budget also earlier, and now it has been given a legal form. It has been now given a legal form. Okay. So this is one thing, like now what is going to be done? Okay. At present we have around 74% of FDI. Government has shown the intent in the budget itself. Now it has been legally raised up to 100%. So from 74% it has been raised up to 100%. Okay. Now when we talk about this bill, that what will be the major part of it? So it is strengthening. It is going to strengthen and empower insurance regulatory and Development Authority of India. It is going to just empower the Insurance Regulatory and Developmental Authority of India, IRDAI. So this is going to get more power. Now this power is with respect to what? What is the power which has been given to IRDAI? The power is not about the normal people. Okay, it is having the power to crack down on violation by insurance intermediaries. To crack down it is having the power to crack down on violations by insurance intermediaries. So if there is any fraud going on with respect to insurance, so there the IRDA has been given the power, IRDAI, that it will be acting against those insurance intermediaries, those who are selling the insurance through their platform. They will be like coming under the scrutiny of IRDAI. It will also have the power of search, seizure. It will have the power of search, seizure and inspection. Search, seizure and inspection of insurers. Those companies which are selling the insurance. Now if there is investigation going on about any fraud with respect to the insurance companies, so IRDAI will have the power to search, seize and inspect the insurers. If an investigation is going against them, so then it will have the power of search and seizure. Okay. Then at the same time like it will also be having, it will also or can also ask insurer for providing all relevant documents and information. So now this power has only been given to the IRDAI. The power has been given to IRDAI with respect to this control over two bodies, two types of like institutions. One who are insurers, the insurance companies, and second those like who are the intermediaries. There has been significant growth of insurance sector in India in the recent times. And when the insurance sector is growing, there is various complaints also against the insurance companies about misappropriation or cheating with the companies or cheating with the people. So in light of this, now the IRDAI has been given more power to inspect these companies, to search and seizure of their documents, their properties also. So that is the change with respect to Sabko Bima, Sabki Raksha. Okay. So while the name is like Sabko Bima, Sabki Raksha, it is not giving like that everyone is going to have an insurance or everyone will get free medical insurance. It is just about regulation. It is just about the regulation and giving more and more power to IRDAI. So name is suggesting that Sabko Bima, Sabki Raksha. It seems like everyone is going to get Bima now, but the content of the bill is not like that. The content of the bill is for empowerment of IRDAI. Okay. So do not get confused here that from tomorrow onwards you will have free health insurance. It is not going to be there. Okay. How many of you are having insurance? Insurance is one of the most challenging tasks in India. Why insurance is challenging task? See, the simple thing is like there is one thing called as health insurance. So in the case of health insurance, what people generally believe that they will be taking the health insurance. They will be taking the health insurance when they are about to fall ill. If they are going to get some health complication, only then they will be opting for health insurance. So it's not that if anyone is going to have a health complication, first there will be a email or post or a letter that okay, after 3 years you will have this problem, so get a health insurance before that. So in case of India, people believe that insurance is something which is a waste of asset, a waste of money. So generally people think health insurance is only when you are about to have some disease. So that is the biggest challenge with respect to insurance in India. The mindset of people with respect to insurance, and especially the health insurance. Okay. For life insurance, of course, everyone knows that life is uncertain. It can be any day, every day. So then people take life insurance. But life insurance is something in which other people will get the benefit, not you. In the case of life insurance, it is not you who are getting the benefit of it. It will be someone else. In the health insurance, the person is going to get the benefit, but then people are very much they don't think about themselves. They are like thinking about all other people. They're thinking about their families. They never think about themselves. It is said that people are greedy. It is said that people are greedy. But if you see the insurance in India, you will understand that people are not greedy. They are always thinking about others. They are never thinking about themselves. They are not taking health insurance for themselves. They are taking life insurance which can help other people. So people are not greedy. They are good people. Okay. Now coming to this one news article, which is a very tragic news article. We see that there is a news report from Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So there is this Satna district in Madhya Pradesh, and there were 6 children who were getting like a blood transfusion, and 4 of them has tested HIV positive at MP hospital. Okay. So there is 2 things which you have to see. First, thalassemia. Thalassemia. This is something which is a genetic disorder. It is a genetic disorder. Okay. In this, what we see that the RBC, it is not properly formed, or you can say that there is malformed RBC. Okay. In this case of normal person, RBC looks like this. But in the case of a person who is suffering from thalassemia, there is malformed red blood cell. Okay. There is malformation of the red blood cell. So that is one thing which we see in case of thalassemia. And in case of India, around 10,000 children, 10,000 children born every year, they are born every year with thalassemia. Now, these children, they require continuous blood transfusion. They require continuous blood transfusion. What is the treatment in case of this? What is the treatment option? The treatment option is in the form of bone marrow transplant. Bone marrow transplant is one such option, or a stem cell transplant. The stem cell transplant is one such option which can be used for treatment of thalassemia. Near about 10,000 children are born every year with respect to thalassemia. Now, if we look at this, how the children have got the HIV in case of MP. Basically, they were getting regular blood transfusion in one of the hospitals of Madhya Pradesh. So while they were getting this blood transfusion, there might have been a mix-up of syringes, or they might have been given those syringes which have already been used. That can be one of the condition. Or the blood which was given to them, the blood which was supplied to them may not have been properly tested. There would not have been a proper test of the blood which was donated by someone, and as a result, the HIV positive blood may have been provided to the children. So as of now, we are not having the idea that what may have led to this HIV positive cases in the case of the children. So right now we see that these 4 children, they have got HIV positive now. So they were like suffering from thalassemia. That was already a challenge for them. Now they are suffering with HIV. HIV is an untreatable disease. HIV is something which is untreatable disease. So if you look at this, this is like harming the life of 4 people. This is like a death sentence for 4 children. Yes, that's true that in the present times with proper treatment, HIV is something which can be managed. The life of the people can be extended, but there is no treatment. So these children, they will be suffering from this HIV throughout their life. It is going to affect all the portions of their life, all the part of their life. So this is not just a negligence. It is one of the negligence of the highest level, which has caused immense grief, immense pain for 4 families, and especially those 4 children. So it's not just a news. There should be a serious inquiry about this, that how this was even possible. And there are 10,000 children who are born with thalassemia every year. They require regular blood transfusion. Not only this, several people are getting blood transfusion at multiple centers across the country. So this raises a question. That how these things are being carried out. That how the hospitals themselves are becoming a source of killing the people. How they are becoming a source, how they are becoming a threat to the people. So that is thalassemia and HIV case in case of Madhya Pradesh. Okay. And this incident is nearly 4 months, and now it has got the public attention. So this is not a new matter. This matter has been there for 4 months, and it has come to public attention now. It has been there for 4 months, and now it has become a matter of public attention. So in the last 4 months, many of these things, many of the evidences and all other things may have already been wiped out. So that is also one of the greatest challenge in India. Sometimes the matters are so much late, they are addressed so much late that there cannot be any justice for the people. Okay. So now we have this prelims specific questions, prelims specific topics. First one is Kokborok language. So it is the native language of Tripura's indigenous community. Okay. And around 9 of the 19 communities which are living in Tripura are having this language. It is also the state language of Tripura since 1979, and even the official language of Tripura Tribal Area Autonomous District Council. Okay. It is considered as a vulnerable language by UNESCO. Okay. And that's why there is a demand of its inclusion, demand for inclusion in 8th schedule. There is a demand for inclusion in 8th schedule, that it should be included in the 8th schedule of the constitution. Okay. So this is one thing, like you have to know about this language. It is the native language of Tripura's indigenous communities. 9 communities out of 19 are speaking this. This is in fact also the state language of Tripura and official language of Tripura Tribal Area Autonomous District Council. So there is a demand that it should be included in the 8th schedule. It has also been listed as a vulnerable language by UNESCO. Okay. So that is one part. Believe in gift and take, give and take. Okay. Coming to the second part, there is this one part, 8th schedule. 8th schedule of Indian Constitution. When we talk about this, okay, when we talk about this has how many languages? Can you tell me how many languages are there in the 8th schedule? How many languages are there in the 8th schedule? Anyone? Can you tell me how many languages are there in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution? Yes. So there are 22 languages. And what is the benefit which they are getting? First thing, that they are getting constitutional recognition and promotion. Okay. Then there is also use in the parliament. If there is a official language, if there is a language in the 8th schedule, it can be used for translation services in parliament. It is also something which can be used in competitive exam. It will also get the developmental fund from the central government. Okay. So language, remember one thing, language is something which is there in concurrent list. Language is there in the concurrent list. So if a language is included in the 8th schedule of the constitution, it means it will also be getting some developmental support from the government of India. It will also be like if there is inclusion in 8th schedule, it will be used for multiple purposes. Like right now also you can see that if a official gazette notification is there, so generally there is a practice that it is published in all the languages mentioned in the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. And if it is put in 8th schedule, then in fact people can demand it. People can demand the translation of any important document in the languages which are mentioned in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. Okay. So there is this demand for Kokborok language also. Now one more thing, there is this one thing, National E-Vidhan application. So this is one thing which is a digital initiative by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. Okay. What is the aim? To make the legislative functioning paperless and transparent. so that the legislative works in various part of the country can become paperless and can also become transparent. Okay, so there is also this one thing, it aims to bring all state and UT legislature through a unified platform like one nation one application. So this is also a centrally sponsored application. The government of India is developing this national e-Vidhan application. National e-Vidhan application will provide one single platform where all the works of different legislatures of the country is going to be done in paperless manner. It is going to be done in a paperless manner. So that is National e-Vidhan application. So it is also important from prelims point of view. EPFO में इस पर क्वेश्चन भी आया था, of course. Okay. So this is one such important application. Okay. So these are the three topics. Now this one question is also there for you. You have to write the answer in the comment box. The first question is about economic justice, that it has been provided in which part, and what is also sickle cell anemia. So what is sickle cell anemia? That is also a question for you, and plus this one question about the economic justice part. Okay. So today we have discussed these 4 articles. First, we have discussed about this one part of Apache helicopter. Second thing, we have discussed about inhalable plastics. Third thing, we have also discussed about this Sabko Bima, Sabki Raksha Adhiniyam. And fourth part is, we have discussed about this part of thalassemia and HIV. Okay. First schedule mein. Okay. I have seen answers of everyone. In the beginning of the class also, I have discussed about this, Anjali. I think you may have joined late, but in the beginning of the session itself, I have spoken about the answers. So thank you everyone for answering in the comment box. Thank you, take care, and all the best. Thank you.